What does it really mean to be excellent? What does it take to be known in an industry for being excellent? Let me start with another question that might sound straightforward, but almost never is. What business are we really in? Not what products we sell, services we provide, not what's on our mobile app, our website. When we strip all that away, when products change, markets shift, competitors come and go, what is it that really remains? Many of us have studied companies at every stage and cycle of competition, but the ones that successfully endure, like really endure over time, I think they share something deeper. They understand that how they play over long periods of time matters way more than how they're playing today. They understand that the real work isn't just producing results today. The real work is doing the things that build the capabilities to produce results again and again and again. When we look closely enough beneath every product, every market, every quarterly target, I think that there's a quieter truth about excellence. That excellence isn't a goal to be reached, it's a way of existing. And in the long run, I think excellence is actually the business we're in. There was an NYU professor and philosopher named James Carse who gave us a powerful distinction. He said there are two kinds of games, finite games and infinite games. He argued that finite games are ones that are played where the goal is to finish the game. Finite games have fixed rules, known players, a clear endpoint, a finish. Infinite games are games that are played where the goal is simply to continue play for as long as possible. The rules can change, the players come and go, there is no finish line. And that the games really worth playing, those are infinite games. But let's make this finite versus infinite game thing real. Kodak dominated photography. They were extraordinarily good at what they believed the game was, selling film. They won market share, they won margins, they won scale, they won everything. But Kodak defined the game as film, not memories, not storytelling, not helping people capture their lives in moments that matter. Ironically, painfully, Kodak actually invented the digital camera. But adopting it would have ended the game they were trying to win. So they protected the finite game and lost the infinite one. In modern organizations, we live surrounded by measures and scoreboards, KPIs, metrics, rankings, benchmarks, quarterly targets. They are necessary. But they are finite games inside an infinite one. When the scoreboard becomes the purpose dies. We can win a quarter and still weaken our future. Finite game players ask, did we win? Infinite game players ask, did we strengthen the system so we can keep it going? Toyota didn't become Toyota by declaring excellence. They built excellence into their operating system. When something goes wrong, the production line can be stopped immediately by anyone. A belief that long-term quality matters way more than any short-term output. Excellence is not an event, it's a habit. They designed a system where improvement was inevitable. That's an infinite game operating system. Simon Sinek wrote a book about this infinite game stuff, one I'm sure many of you have read. In it, he translated these infinite game ideas into his own modern leadership language. He reminded us that business is an infinite game. Players come and go, rules change. There is no winning, only continuing. He shared that infinite game leaders focus on a cause worth advancing, teams built on trust, competitors who make us better. I love the term he uses for competitors. Worthy adversaries. They focus on the desire to adapt and the courage to lead when it hurts. Excellence shows up best and most clearly when it costs something. When doing the right thing is harder than doing the easy thing, that's infinite game leadership. Excellence is not perfection. Excellence is stronger. Excellence is devotion. Devotion to craft. Devotion to customer. Devotion to one another, devotion to the future. Excellence is what we protect when we could get away with less. Let's bring this home. We don't have to invent this idea of excellence. We've been living it for generations. We are the product of a 170-year commitment to devoting ourselves to being exceptional at the fundamentals. every change in what banking even means. Those fundamentals are both a compass and an anchor in an industry that keeps evolving. As we've grown bigger and as the world's gotten faster and more complex, our duty hasn't changed. I think our duty is sharpened. The more scale we have, the more impact we have. The more customers count on us. The more communities depend on us. The more those timeless fundamentals matter. Because in the end, the real win is not a moment. It's not a quarter, it's not even a year. The real win is when the world continues to change, and it will, that M&T is still here, still trusted, still essential, and excellence, true, durable, community-anchored excellence, is the infinite game I think we're playing.